Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green and I'm the manager of the South African national team. It's true! I don't know why they haven't fired me yet because I'm terrible, but I am the manager of the South African national team and today we're taking on Venezuela in a friendly. Is this being played in Venezuela or South Africa? I don't know. What am I, a scientist? I think it's Venezuela because I see some Venezuelan flags there. So, yeah. By the way, on the bench today we have he who shall not be named, who I named to the South African national team because I can, because I am their coach. And he is on the Swindon Swiddly Poopers, and he is the only player I know. So he gives me a sense of familiarity as I try desperately to prove myself up to the challenge of managing a national team, which I definitely am not because I am terrible at FIFA. Okay, so today we're taking on, oh God, Venezuela, and hopefully we won't give up an early goal. I'm going to do Question Tuesday today. I'm still waiting for Sarah to go into labor, so I'm going to do Question Tuesday. Does anyone have any questions? Meredith, are there any questions for me? What's my dream pet? Oh, I mean, I'm pretty fond of human children, I have to say. I mean, my issue with pets is that they all seem like sort of inferior versions of humans to me. I guess my dream pet, if I could have any pet in the world, maybe like a griffin? Maybe a dragon. Henry loves dragons. It would make Henry so happy if we just had a little pet dragon. So yeah, that'd be cool. I'm gonna go like adorable little, very well-trained dragon. Not rideable. I don't want anything dangerous happening. My main issue with the film How to Train Your Dragon was with the riding, which I just thought was excessive. You know, just didn't seem safe. Oh my God, how could I be any worse at FIFA? Okay, what's the next question? I just gave up the penalty, Meredith. I'm very upset. I don't know what I did wrong. This guy's not as big as Foderingham. Why can't Foderingham beat South African? Oh, he hit the post! He hit the post, and then it didn't go out of bounds, and then he scored on the rebound. How did that happen? Everything that just happened was impossible. There was a series of impossible events. Can we get a replay for that ridiculousness? Oh, look at this. Hits the post, and then I fall into the goal, and then there's an incredible bounce. That was ridiculous. What is my favorite summertime jam? I mean, I'm a Mountain Goats fan. I don't jam that hard. But I guess, I mean, I enjoy, you know what I've been listening to lately while I work out? This is humiliating to admit. It isn't the most lyrically complex song that I've ever enjoyed. It's, I think it's by Drake, and it's called Started from the Bottom, Now We Here, I believe is the title. I just gave up a second goal. I am terrible. It's I'm on pace to lose by 8. I think that's what it's called. Well, I'll tell you what I like about it is that I also started from the bottom, so I can relate to Drake and his whole crew. And it was not just that he started from the bottom; it's also that he took his whole effing crew with him. And so there's something really moving about that, you know, like it's not just about Drake's, like it's not just about me, like it's I started from the bottom and now my whole crew's effing here, and I don't know, I find something very attractive about that, like yeah, it's just great. It's great to see someone who's willing to take his whole crew with him, and I find it very relatable. I, of course, for the record, there's a great line in a George Watsky song, which I get, the actual rapper I relate to, George Watsky. I do genuinely like that Drake song, but like there's a great line in a George Watsky song where he talks about like how his parents have always supported him ever since he was in a Volvo car seat, and like, as someone who like did grow up with parents like that, like I can really relate. But yeah, so my parents have always been hugely supportive of me, and I always had anything that I could wish for. And yes, Hank and I were, you know, we certainly, like, we didn't grow up wealthy or anything, but we grew up in very yes, not in a situation where I could say started from the bottom, now we here. But maybe, I don't know. There's some swag to it, though. There's something really enjoyable about it. I have the same. I don't know. I like that Drake. I think he's got something. I think he's got a future. What's next? Do I like Coldplay? Yeah, I like them okay. I mean, I like Coldplay is a band that I recognize is really good, and I think I can recognize that they're really good without it being like particularly my scene. My stuff is more Drake oriented, but yeah, like I wouldn't listen to Coldplay when I'm working out, and I wouldn't listen to Coldplay when I'm listening to the Mountain Goats. So I don't really have a ton of time to listen to Coldplay because those are my two big musical influences. We're still down 2-0. Venezuela seems to have let off the gas here a little bit because we suck so bad. I played a couple games without you guys, and I was much better. I think the pace of international football is so much faster that it's hard to like be both entertaining and good at my job as a national manager. So I don't know if I'm going to not play again until maybe I'll just like skip the friendlies and I'll let you guys see me play in the World Cup quals or something, because this is pretty bad right now. This is not good. This is not a good result. What's my next question? M&Ms or Skittles? M&Ms, definitely. I mean, Skittles are just candy. Like M&Ms are chocolate candy. So they've got the best of both worlds. It's both things that you would want at a movie, chocolate and candy. So that's good. Oh God. All right. Frustrating. What's my next question? Roller coasters? Nah, not really. I used to like roller coasters when I was younger and in general sort of less dominated by my anxieties about premature death via horrible roller coaster accident. But I've never been a terribly enthusiastic roller coaster rider, and I went on a roller coaster a couple years ago when I was at LeakyCon. LeakyCon's a weird experience because it's a Harry Potter conference, and it's really the only time in the world, I guess VidCon a little bit, but LeakyCon, I feel like I'm very well known at LeakyCon, and so I can't really like move around as much as I would usually be able to move around because people want they're nice people. This isn't like a negative thing, but like they want pictures and they want like talk and so I can't really like do regular LeakyCon stuff. But I did go to the park and the Universal Studios there that they have, and it was interesting. I got to ride a roller coaster. I found it extremely frightening and mostly unenjoyable. That's I guess my review. I felt sick for several hours afterward. I think something happens to your your equilibrium in early. I like to think of myself as early middle aged. In early middle age, that just makes roller coasters become suddenly profoundly unpleasant. Now I know like a lot of roller coaster, like hardcore roller coaster fans are older, or my age or older, but no, for me no. I get my kicks elsewhere. Like working out to Drake. Is there anything wrong with Drake? Like, is there a reason I shouldn't like him? Is he like, does he have problematic politics or something? Is he really Canadian? He's Canadian? Drake is Canadian? That's so awesome. Is he seriously? How can you say he started from the bottom if he started in Canada? I don't understand the lyric anymore. He had lots of opportunities that I didn't have. He grew up with health insurance. All right, what's next? New Star Trek or old Star Trek? Star Trek: The Next Generation is my Star Trek. It's the most sort of like, so I guess when they say new or old, they probably mean like J.J. Abrams or Star Trek. It's definitely Star Trek: The Next Generation for me. I mean, the great thing about the Star Trek: The Next Generation movies, well, particularly the show, but also to an extent, I think the movies that had those characters in them, is that they are so like, like the science fiction part of them might not be as good or as cool. The effects aren't as cool. Like there may not be as much action and stuff, but like the stories are really beautiful and fascinating to me, and like they're really interesting. From the perspective of someone who's I don't know, like like as a young person interested in philosophy and philosophical questions, like I just found Star Trek: The Next Generation like a great way into those questions and a great way of thinking about them. Sort of the science fictional world like allows you to open up, allows like opportunities to ask those questions in really interesting ways that are accessible but still really like complicated and have a lot of nuance in them. So yeah, definitely The Next Generation for me. I just got a penalty called against me in the 90th minute, and now they're going to probably score again. It's going to be 3-0. Oh, for the love of God. Thank you, Venezuela, for not scoring again and humiliating me further. 2-0 looks like it's going to be the result, which, you know, pretty good result for us compared to some of our previous results. Means we held them scoreless for 70 minutes. That's nice. Oh, God, I'm so bad at the Y button. Oh, thanks for watching. Maybe someday the South African national team will be able to sing that Drake song, but not yet. Best wishes.